Hello friends, uh, I'm Vignesh Arthanari. So first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm a BTech textile graduate and MBA graduate. So I really have a immense pleasure in meeting you all through this video and presentation. So I've created this channel to make sure that many people should understand the concepts of what we learn. So I'm going to cover some topics not only related to economics. I'm going to cover, I'm familiar with textile and fashion, economics, strategic management, marketing management, apparel manufacturing, and etc. And also general topics if necessary, based on the time or the situation what we undergo. Why these topics I should cover is that I'm doing videos both in English and Tamil, my mother tongue Tamil. So people should understand whatever we learn, we should be able to understand. That is why I'm uh, putting all these videos. So I'm an entrepreneur. I run a apparel company. In spite of my schedule too, I'm interested in teaching people. So I cannot hold a private tuition or uh, some stuffs to go on with my passion to teach. Rather, I can go with this YouTube channel so that I'll be able to do it more. So I request you all to please share and support my video and subscribe my YouTube channel so that you'll be able to witness more videos in the future. Thank you. And now is the first topic. What we're going to see is nature and scope of economics. The first is economics. What is economics first of all? What is economics? So economics is everywhere in our life. It might seem very unruly because we all think economics is nothing, it is not necessary for us, uh, but economics is everywhere. Let us assume that you go to a vegetable market, you buy some vegetables. I can promise you, you're not the one who are going to buy the vegetables fully available in the market. No, it is not possible at all. What you buy is what your family requires, what you require. This is economics. When there is a demand for you, you understand what is the demand, and also you are not purchasing all the supply that is available. You are purchasing only the demand of what is needed for you. So you purchase it, you go to your home. The purchase is also made very carefully that what your family members like, what you like, and also what is the cost of that vegetable. We also have some alternatives. No, if tomato is the market is higher for tomato, automatically we go for some other vegetables. So this is also in economics. So when there is a inflation in a particular product, automatically we search for an alternative. This is also economics. So now we have a clear understanding of what economics is. This is a very small understanding. Rather, you have now an idea that economics is applicable in life, everywhere in life. When there is, many people think only entrepreneurs should know about economics, only national people who are in the secretariat in the parliament should know about economics. No, each and every one should know about economics. Only then you will be able to understand the world politics, what are all is ranking up, what are all is ranking down, why these products are not current now ranked up, why these products are getting lowered in the market, what is a new product, why these products are being not accepted in the market. So these, to know all these things, you must know economics. Okay, fine. So there are two types of economic activities. Economic activities and non-economic activities are the two types of activities in economics. What is economic activities? It is that it is money oriented. Non-economic activities, love, service, or affection oriented. This is what I have put it in my slide. Okay, fine. Now let us see what is economic activities and what is non-economic activities. Economic activities is nothing but we offer a service or we offer a product, and in return we get money. This is economic activities. Whereas non-economic activities, we do it for a service or love or affection. In return we don't expect anything, but that is not certainly possible, no, because even though we offer some love, we expect it back. So that is not that does not cover economy, so let us leave that one. So it is apart from, or that is out of the box. Now economic activities and non-economic activities, it's a very simple concept. Economic activities, whatever you offer, you in back get money, whereas non-economic activities you don't expect all those things. Okay, let us assume that you um, run a tuition. Okay, you run a tuition. It's a private class, and you are teaching people, and at the end of the month you will be paid. You automatically raise your income. This is economic activity. Whereas you are running the same private class, whereas you invite only the people who are very back in economy, or they might not be able to pay some amount for your private class. You do it for free. That is a non-economic activity. You do it for love or in the cause of service. So this is a non-economic activity. Very critical part where economics is being defined. So first is the definition of wealth, which was defined by Mr. Adam Smith. He is known as the father of economics. So he did not define anything, but economics is being defined as wealth. But this was criticized by Mr. Alfred Marshall, that economics is not alone of wealth. As I already said, it is of welfare. So study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. It has been quoted. So that was said by Alfred Marshall. Study of mankind in the ordinary business of life. What we study ourselves is economics. What we require, what we really require, what our want is. So this is economics. So welfare. So that is economics. So he also mentioned it is connected with the material requisites of the well-being, whether I require this material or not. Why should I require this material? Is there any alternative, a simple alternative for this material? This is economics. This is defined by Alfred Marshall. The next comes is Professor Lionel Robbins. He gave a definition known as scarcity definition. He criticized that welfare definition is on the ground that it includes only with the material welfare. So not alone material welfare, it is the relationship between the ends and scarce means. So here ends is a wants of the human. Human wants are unlimited. Scarce, when the demand exceeds supply, that means it is scarce. For example, to understand scarce, let us take the oil amount in the world. Whenever the oil rig produces only less amount of oil barrels, automatically there will be increased in there will be a price hike of petrol, diesel, or whatever. But when the supply is equal to demand, automatically the rate will be of each barrel will be normal. And then when there is a huge amount of supply, when the oil rig is producing continuous oil, and when there is a sudden stop in the demand, automatically the price of the barrel goes low. So this is the best way to understand scarce. Okay, so now the scarcity definition defines that what is needed, what is scarce, in the sense that when something is going to extinct, it is called a scarce. So what is a want, what is going to extinct, and what can be used instead of this one. This is known as economics. So Professor Leonel Robbins provided this definition, but there are many more definitions because modern economists have given many more definitions. Recent definitions by Shepard has given, Fisher has given, Samuelson has given. So all the professors have given many definitions. You can go through it in the internet if you really want to know what are the recent economic definitions. So these are all the traditional definitions, what is being believed. So this is the most important definitions too. Let us go for the next one. Nature of economics. What is the nature of economics? Let us see. First one is assumptions based. What is assumptions based? Let us take an example. To know the atomic number of a particular metal, or to know the melting point of a particular metal, what will we do? We'll undergo some experiments to know the melting point, to acknowledge the melting point of a particular metal. Whereas economics, you cannot go through any sort of experimental or research methodologies, whereas it is all it's assumption based. To be very open, it is all a subjective assessments. You cannot objectively prove anything in economics. It might be true, it might not be true. Let us say India is going to achieve 7.6% of growth in this particular year. It might achieve 8% also, or it might achieve only 6% also. So economics can never be truthful in a positive or in a negative way. So you cannot assure that it could happen by means of calculation or an assessment by mathematical assessment, or a science related assessment cannot be done in economics. So that is why it is called as assumption based. Next, two branches of study. One is microeconomics and next one is macroeconomics. So let me say what is a microeconomics and macroeconomics. Microeconomics is nothing but what we do it in our day-to-day life. For example, me, you, and everyone. It is a study of individuals, household, firms, and commodities. Let me say, now I have a particular amount of money. Let me say I have only 10,000. I'll be preferably able to purchase only 5,000 for my household. I have to pay 2,000 as my loan repayment. So 7,000 I'm I have expenditure, and 3,000 I'm putting it for my savings. This is microeconomics. What we do it for our own individual purpose, household, or what the firm we have. Now let us say I have 10 lakhs, I have to purchase for 6 lakhs, 1 lakh for my job work payment, and 1 lakh I have to pay as an income tax. So these are all microeconomics. Whereas macroeconomics is considering with aggregates. What is aggregates is that it is computing the national income, GDP, employment, total employment of the country, what is the output of rice, let us say the total output of rice or total output of a commodity in the particular year, or total investments by the small scale industries or large scale industries. So these are all, whatever it is related to a national level, it is all called as macroeconomics. What economy it deals with the national level, it is called as macroeconomics. Next is positive economics and normative economics. This is very confusing one. Let me say it with an example. uh, let us say 12% of the workforce was unemployed last year. So this is a positive statement, but this could be accepted or rejected based on an empirical evidence. This is positive. Okay. um, how could it be accepted or rejected based on empirical evidence is that when we see how much employment was there, how much unemployment was there, we can easily understand yes, this is true or not. Normative economics is based on judgments alone. So this is good, this is bad, that's all. It might out to be. So if you do this, you will be losing huge amount of money. This is normative economics. And the final one is interdisciplinary. What is interdisciplinary is that economics is not a subject that only deals with mathematics. Many people, they really think that economics is really needed only for the finance minister of the country, the secretary of finance of the country, or the state governments who are dealing with economics, or the finance department alone. No, it is not true. Even an archaeologist must be knowing economics of a previous genesis, what they were doing, what type of economics they are following in the previous decades. Only then we'll be able to. So that is why it is called as interdisciplinary. It does not connect alone with mathematics alone. It connects with each and every subjects of our normal day-to-day life. So that is why it is called as interdisciplinary. Let us see what are the economic systems available. First is the capitalist economy. Capitalist. What is a capitalist economy is that it is very simple. Capitalist economy is where the private people own all of the economic resources such as land and capital. Let us say United States of America does follow the capitalist economy. Next is mixed economy. Before that, let us see what is a socialist economy. Socialist economy is where the land and capital is all owned by the government of that particular country. China is a very good example for a socialist country. What is the difference between a capitalist and a socialist is that capitalist, the government does not own any sort of tension in production or labor absenteeism, so they don't have any sort of tension here. Socialist economy, they take all the tension so that the country should excel in comparison with the other countries. But advantage of socialist economy is that here poverty can be eradicated, whereas capitalist economy, one people might be very rich and the other might be very poor. So this happens in capitalist economy, or it is called as market economy. Mixed economy is the economy where capitalist and socialist both are mixed. India is a country where mixed economy is being followed. Why India follows mixed economy? Yeah, India owns, for example, India owns BHEL, Bharat Heavy Electronics Limited. India owns, uh, let us say, um, some agricultural products company also. India owns telecom companies, for example, BSNL, VSNL, MTNL. So these companies are owned by Indian government, whereas there is also some private companies. Let us say Reliance is there, Vodafone is there. So these, so here it shows that India owns capitalism and also socialism. So social, now mixed economy is being understood. Now next is free economy, or it is called as laissez-faire economy. What is a free economy is that it is the extreme end of the capitalist economy where government does not interfere in any of the economic decisions of the country. So based on the demand and supply, automatically money will be flowing out. Government does not interfere in this sort of economy, but this is considerably very dangerous because this might put people in a complete poverty, and only some people might be ruling out the entire country. Now the government will rule, rather some business people or entrepreneurs will be ruling the entire country. So this is not a good form of economic system. Let me give you a gist of what is a managerial economics alone, because we cannot continue this video longer than this one. So managerial economics, let me say, managerial economics is the application of economic theory for the business administration. We might think whether there is a requirement of economics in business. Absolutely, there is a requirement. Now, for example, if you purchase a machine and that is not supporting your production, it is a loss. What can be done economically in order to incur that loss, or in order to bring the graph down for that loss? How to make profits? Economics is needed. That is called as managerial economics. It is also called as business economics also. So in the future, let us see some concepts of managerial economics also. I hope you have got some knowledge about the nature and scope of economics, and I request you to please subscribe and follow my channel, and follow our Instagram and Facebook pages also. Thank you.